Lose not your heart. Introduction. Before pointing out the faults of others, search for faults in yourself and do your best to fix them first. Spend as much time doing this as you do criticizing others. Then you will realize that the harm caused by criticizing others can replace your happiness. Therefore, happiness only comes from removing this harm. People who wish to conquer the world should conquer themselves first. If you can do this, then you can conquer anything. People will not stand against you, but will be influenced by you. Day 1. Recognize the need for spiritual contemplation. Performing social service without a spiritual outlook makes people obsessed with their own virtue. They consider themselves great philanthropists. They expect obedience and praise. Because of this, their increased arrogance makes them enemies of many. They become not philanthropists but destroyers. Without a spiritual outlook, they can never develop humility, nor do they have the ability to change themselves. Such people go on committing endless mistakes and make their own lives unbearable. Day 2. Take refuge in your conscience. If you desire peace, capabilities, and energy, then take refuge in your conscience. Even if you deceive the entire world, you will never be able to deceive your conscience. If you consult it on every occasion, you will never lose your ability for moral discretion, and no matter what the opposition, you will be able to succeed. When you begin to think of yourself as the most virtuous and exemplary individual, your spiritual decay begins and you lose contact with your conscience. Day 3. Make your life an offering. To make your life an offering, you make sure that you comply with the following. See every person as worthy of kindness. Utilize your time with honesty and discipline. Work for the welfare of others. Limit your speech to worthy causes. Accept only that which you have honestly earned. Constantly keep God in your thoughts. Stay focused on your duties. And maintain your mental equilibrium. Making your life an offering is a sign of true intelligence and farsight. Your life cannot truly be considered an offering until you give up your ego. Day 4. Keep smiling, keep laughing. Wake up. Do not rest until you have achieved your goal. If you regard gossip and ill will as trivial and refuse to acknowledge them, hostility will not increase. For such things, silence is the best response. True happiness comes from focusing on one's duty rather than on shortcomings in others. Life is full of ups and downs, but we must always remain cheerful. What good is a face that cannot smile or laugh? Do not be irritated by criticism from others, and you will retain your mental equilibrium. Day 5. Surrender yourself. You must be prepared to face hardships in your life. You may be predisposed to feel that you cannot face them, but where you find doubt, tiredness, and despair in yourself, you will also find immense strength. Finish your work wholeheartedly and step aside. Let the results come to you in due course of time. Work to your full potential. Do not get discouraged by any situation. The only actions you can control are your own, not those of others. Do not criticize others and do not hold any expectations of them. There is no need to be afraid. Everything will turn out for the best. Do not despair. You are standing on firm ground. Day 6. Look to yourself for guidance. One who knows himself to be part of God neither blames failure on others nor attributes success to himself. He does not become blinded by his own power and fail to see the real situation. Be as cautious of your own ego as you would of a rabid dog. Avoid attachment to your achievements as you would avoid a poisonous snake, and avoid people who will mock you for this. Direct every effort of your mind and heart towards God. Depending on others for your happiness ultimately leads to helplessness and misery. Look within yourself for direction and not to others. Your true nature will help you become determined, and this determination will help you reach your goal. Day 7. Introspect. Whatever happens, let it happen. Whatever is said about you, let it be said. You should consider these things as illusory, as a mirage. If you have really detached yourself from the world, then why should such things affect you? Focus on inspecting yourself thoroughly for weaknesses. Only then you can begin the process of growth. Take advantage of every moment and every opportunity. Your path is very long and time is very short. Concentrate your inner strength on reaching your goal. Do not despair in any situation. Have faith not in the capacity of man, but in the capacity of God. God will show you the right path. Day 8. Courtesy, simplicity, empathy, compassion. It's your responsibility to cultivate courtesy, simplicity, empathy, and compassion. Before looking for and criticizing faults in others, address the glaring flaws in yourself. If you are unable to control your speech, use it against yourself instead of others. First, discipline yourself. Without discipline, you cannot experience your true nature. Courtesy, simplicity, empathy, and compassion are all manifestations of this true nature. Disregard how others treat you and stay focused on your own growth. If you can grasp this, you have understood a great secret. Day 9. Look for the treasure within yourself. Keep your mind engaged in useful tasks. Do not let it go idle. Take life seriously. The task of spiritual growth is before you, and time is very short. If you are led astray by your own negligence, you alone will have to pay the price. Patience and hope will enable you to face any situation. Stand on your own feet and challenge the entire world if you need to. But you should only be satisfied after attaining your highest goals. When others look outside for worldly treasure, look inside for the treasure within yourself. Day 10. Walk alone. Great men go far on their paths because they walk alone. Their inspiration comes from within. They alone spur their happiness and remove their sadness, and they are helped along only by their own ideas. Loneliness is an undeniable truth. To be afraid of it, feel inferior because of it, or lose sight of your duties because of it is the greatest sin. What you believe to be loneliness is actually a kind of solitude, given to you to develop your own inner strength. When you depend on yourself, you are better able to realize your full potential.